What do you think about enzymes? Are they good to use, or is there any other side effects? I noticed that they help digestion a lot, especially after a heavy meal. This is a good question. With digestive enzymes, it's a yes and a no. It depends on the person. If you know you have intolerance to something, right? Lactose intolerance, you can take lactase enzymes and those will help digest the lactose. I don't really think a bunch of us should be eating lactose, but 70+% of the population is lactose intolerant, but you can take these enzymes if you want some help. For people with maybe gallbladder issues or liver issues that are affecting the amount of bile that you do produce or you do put out, maybe you want to take some lipase, which helps digest fats if you know you have these issues. If you have a disease, an autoimmune condition like Sjogren's or another autoimmune condition that causes you to have really dry mouth, you might want to take something that helps to digest carbohydrates. So these are very situational. Remember, our enzymes are predominantly produced in our mouth, right? In our saliva, we release certain digestive enzymes that help to break down carbohydrates and a little bit of protein, some proteases. We make enzymes also in the lining, the brush border of our small intestine. We also are going to make some of them in the pancreas. So again, if you have disease, maybe you have pancreatic insufficiency and you're not making enough enzymes there, enzymes might help you. If you've had severe dysbiosis or if you've had severe SIBO, and that might have affected, again, the integrity of the lining of your intestines, maybe enzymes are for you temporarily. Again, if you have dry mouth or liver gallbladder issues, again, maybe temporarily until hopefully you're helping some of these different things. For the general person, they're really not going to do much. You're making the enzymes already. So for most of us, no, don't waste your money on taking digestive enzymes. If you really do want to help your body, for instance, you're one of those people with liver gallbladder issues, have bitter foods before you eat because that can stimulate the output of bile. And bile not only helps digest fats, it helps to digest all food. Bile will activate a hormone called motilin. And again, like it sounds, motilin. So motility is activated with motilin. When we have low levels of bile, we might have low levels of motilin and you might feel more heavy. You might feel bloated and gassy after meals. So if you want to love on your liver and your gallbladder a little bit and your bile production, eat bitters. Have some bitter foods like arugula and dandelion, endive, mezclun, any of those greens. You can have artichokes. You can have ginger. You can have coffee as a bitter. So many of these bitter foods will be helpful. So maybe try having bitters before. They also make bitter sprays. Not as much of a fan of those unless somebody really has the issues because usually they're in like a glycerin. So if you have SIBO and you're taking a sugar spray right before you eat, you're more likely to get more bloated. But go for those bitter foods rather than a digestive enzyme. I would say try that first. Apple cider vinegar. I forgot about that one. I recommend that to a lot of my patients. Take a little bit of apple cider vinegar before your meal, a tablespoon or so. See if that helps. A lot of my patients come back to me and they're like, oh my gosh, that changed my life. I just spoke with one of my patients the other day. Her bloating went from a 6 to 7 before meals to a 2. Just with adding apple cider vinegar. So now we're working and finding out, okay, is it your liver? Is it your gallbladder? What's going on?
And when it comes to this question, which you semi-answer, I mean, do bitters help create enzymes? Yes, some foods will have enzymes in them. Go back to, we talked about milk because there was questions like, well, raw milk enzymes. And we got into that, I think, in our previous live. And we can answer more of those questions in the group. But you have to understand this goes back to diversity of foods because enzymes will come from precursors from your diet. So we make enzymes in our body and they are coming from the nutrition in what you're eating. So if you're lacking nutrition, you are lacking enzymes. Enzymes are proteins that are made by us. So important to
protein molecules. And some foods that have high enzymatic activity, right? We know papaya, for example, and especially the little papaya seeds. Great enzymatic activity. Pineapple also has high enzymatic activity, bromelain. So eat some of these foods that have high enzyme activity. Eat bitter foods. I always feel my best when I'm eating papaya and arugula. Such a great bitter. So those are things I try to intentionally infuse into my diet very often.